Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So today on 19th of March 2026, I am going to take this class. I will discuss the topic of pipelining. Okay. First of all, tell me what is the spelling of pipe? Just see.
PIPE.
PYPE or PIP? Yeah. Okay. This one is wrong. This is correct. ठीक. Just ऐसे ही थोड़ा सा. Anyway, so pipeline. We'll discuss pipeline in processors, and you know that always researchers have tried to increase the speed of processor. That is not a new thing, and the conventional methods to increase the speed of processor are: first one, in order to increase the speed of processor. First method may be to increase clock speed. What is clock speed? That I have discussed in detail in my lecture of microprocessor and bandwidth. That is already in this YouTube. You can refer to that. Anyway, second one is to widen data bus. Data bus, address bus and control bus are the three types of buses, and I have discussed about these in my lecture of microprocessor. That is also very much available in YouTube. Okay, right. Third one is pipeline. Right. But no problem, no problem. But there is a problem to how much we can increase the clock speed. There is a limit. Although day by day it is increasing, but still there is a constraint. Yes, come in, please. Second is, so this method is very much popular, but still there is that imposes a condition that up to how much we can go on increasing and increasing the clock speed. Second, why that means gigahertz, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz, that is called clock speed. Okay. Widened data bus, there is also a limit as per the design of microprocessor. At present it is 64-bit, earlier it used to be 32-bit. So how much we can go on increasing? There is also a condition. So third method is pipeline. And let me tell you, pipeline is the easiest and most economical way to achieve parallelism in a uniprocessor, single processor machine. It is a surprising thing. Commonly it is understood that parallelism can be done only with multiprocessor, because as the name, there are various processors doing various works. That is parallel processism. All right. But in a single processor, how to achieve parallelism? So it is this method of pipeline. जैसे कि कोई पर्सन है, मोबाइल में बात करते हुए चल रहे हैं, तो चल भी रहा है, मोबाइल में बात कर रहे हैं, दो वर्क कर रहे हैं, मल्टीटास्किंग. तो हियर आल्सो सेम प्रोसेसर इज डूइंग मैनी वर्क्स. दैट इज कॉल्ड दिस pipelining. How that we'll see by overlapping the instructions. Okay. So I told that pipelining is the easiest and most economical way to achieve parallelism, and parallelism gives, that means increase in this speed. Now let us see what are the types of pipeline. In short, I am telling you types of pipeline. So broadly, it can be classified in three categories. First one is arithmetic pipeline. By the way, what is the spelling of arithmetic? It is correct or not? Arithmetic or arithmetic. I myself get confused, that is why I am asking.
Second one.
This one is correct. This one is wrong. Okay, correct. So anyway, arithmetic pipeline. Second is called instruction pipeline. Third is called processor pipeline. Arithmetic pipeline, I have uploaded one video of CSA multiplier already, and we will discuss afterwards also, but not in this class. Arithmetic pipeline. Processor pipeline is also a different type of thing. We are not discussing processor pipeline here. We will discuss instruction pipeline in detail. And what are the types of this instruction pipeline that I am telling now? It may be a scalar pipeline, it may be super scalar pipeline, then it may be super pipeline, under pipeline, super super pipeline. Pipeline, and last one is super scalar under pipeline. Okay. By the way, one thing I forgot to tell. Pipeline, how parallelism is achieved in a processor with the help of pipeline. So, what is pipeline? Actually, in very short I am telling, suppose this is one stage, second stage, third stage. Processors are divided or rather subdivided into stages. What is pipeline? Suppose some conference is to be done here, and this is a registration desk of 3 students here, and one person, one delegate of that conference is coming here on first person, then he is entering his name etc. in one register. Then same person is coming to the second person, and at the same time one new person has arrived at that place. Then this person is moving here, and that person is here, and again a new person is coming. This is the practical example of pipeline. Clear? Otherwise, without pipelining, what will happen? one person is coming here, he is registering, then he is putting his badge, etc. Then she is giving some kit, etc. And when that person goes, a new person comes. लेकिन ऐसा होता नहीं है. जनरली क्या होता है, जब ये पर्सन आगे आए तो वहाँ एक नया पर्सन आ जाता है, ये और आगे आए तो ये आगे बढ़ जाता है, फिर ऐसे ही होता है ना प्रैक्टिकली भी. इसी को क्या कहते हैं, पाइपलाइनिंग. क्लियर? दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ पाइपलाइनिंग. फॉर दैट processor is also divided into stages. So suppose this is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and in between stages there are what is called latch. Like this. That means in same processor, here I am showing only 3 stages for convenience, and then some input data is coming like this, and output and input. Stages are combinational circuits to perform arithmetic and logic operations. आप लोग पढ़े होंगे, you might have studied combinational circuits earlier. पढ़ा हुआ है, नाम सुने? तो stages are combinational circuits to perform. Stages are combinational circuits to perform arithmetic and logic operations. And logical operations. Okay. And what is latch? What is latch? Latch is a fast register. Is a fast register to hold intermediate results. I will tell you. Acha, one more thing. Register, latch is a fast register, and register is made up of flip-flops. So here registers are making use of master-slave flip-flop. Here in latch, master-slave flip-flop are used. Therefore, I told earlier that microprocessor and digital electronics, computer architecture, these are prerequisite of this subject. You are supposed to know these subjects: microprocessor, working of microprocessor, and computer organization, digital electronics also. Everything is implied here. Anyway, so in latch, master-slave flip-flop is used. I was telling that latches are used to hold intermediate results. Example of this is, जैसा कि ट्रेन में होता है ना, तो 2 बोगी के बीच में एक छोटा सा जंक्शन रहता है, उसको क्रॉस करके दूसरे बोगी में जाते हैं. दैट इज जस्ट लाइक लैच. अब 2 बोगी को डायरेक्ट नहीं कनेक्ट किया जाता है ट्रेन में. 2 bogies are not directly connected, rather bogies, between 2 bogies of train there is one junction. This is a common example. Here also between 2 stages there is one latch to hold intermediate results. मतलब whatever this stage has performed, that result is not coming directly here, rather it is coming here, it is temporarily being, that means stored, and then latch is forwarding here. This is the working, common working of this pipeline. So anyway, this is all about this basic working of pipelining. So as I told, stages are subdivided into, processor is subdivided into stages. Now another important point. What are these stages and what are the workings of these stages? This is another important thing. I told you earlier and repeatedly that suppose any operation, any function is to be performed in computer. For example, very basic operation, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. That is to be performed in a computer or microprocessor. Then what are the basic steps? What are the basic steps? Yes. First one is load. Second is decode. Third is fetch. Fourth is execute. And fifth is write. That means I have told earlier also in microprocessor and other lectures that load means load the instruction. Which one is instruction? Plus is instruction. 2 is data or operand. So firstly, to load from RAM into register. Ultimately your program is stored in RAM memory. Then line by line it is coming in microprocessor CPU, getting executed, and result is written back into RAM. So how it is happening? Firstly, load the instruction into the register of microprocessor. Then decode means identify the unit where to perform that particular operation. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्लास में आपको बताना है तो चलो भाई रंगोली के लिए इनको इंचार्ज बना दिए, पोस्टर के लिए इनको इंचार्ज बना दिए, तो विच यूनिट विल परफॉर्म विच थिंग, टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट इज कॉल्ड डिकोड. तो टू आइडेंटिफाई द यूनिट वेयर टू परफॉर्म वन साइकिल. fetching the data or operand from RAM to register. And then execute means execute, 2 plus 2, 4. In LU it will be performed. And then write means that result means 4 will be written from register to RAM. Okay. This I have explained earlier also in various lectures, microprocessor basically. So load, decode, fetch, execute, write are the 5 basic operations, and correspondingly there are 5 stages. We are assuming that one cycle is taken for each operation. Maybe it may be more than one clock cycle also. Again we are coming on clock cycle. And what is clock cycle? Again you will have to refer that lecture of bandwidth and microprocessor. What is clock cycle? I have told earlier also. These are the digital signals, etc. So this one is, I am telling in short again. This is first clock cycle. Then from here to here, this one is second clock cycle. So in first clock cycle, just like first period, second period, third, fourth, etc. One subject is taught, second subject is taught. Here also, in first clock cycle, this load is performed. In second clock cycle, decode is performed. In third one, fetch is performed. In fourth, execute, and fifth, write. So how many clock cycles are taken for performing single operation? 5. 5 clock cycles are the minimum number of cycles. ठीक है? To perform any operation, minimum. Maybe more it is possible. For executing one instruction, minimum 5 clock cycles are needed. Now suppose there is 100 megahertz processor. मार्केट में आप लोग जाते हैं लैपटॉप कंप्यूटर खरीदने तो गीगाहर्ट्ज रैम हार्ड डिस्क, व्हाट यू सी फॉर परचेजिंग वन लैपटॉप, व्हाट इज द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, बेसिकली रैम, हार्ड डिस्क, मेमोरी एंड स्पीड. स्पीड मीन्स which speed? It is this clock speed, unit of which is this, maybe hertz, kilohertz, megahertz. Nowadays it is in gigahertz. Clear? I have told earlier also, for example, 50 hertz means 50 cycles per second. Okay, this one is one cycle, second cycle, third cycle, 50 cycle in 1 second. This electricity supply is on 50 hertz everywhere in world except Japan, USA, very few countries. Electricity supply. So anyway, that is 50 hertz electrical supply. But our processors are in the range of gigahertz. So many clock signals are generated. But suppose I am for convenience taking 100 megahertz processor. 100 megahertz means 100 into 10 raised to 6 cycles in 1 second. This is clear? यही होगा ना? 100 megahertz माने क्या? Kilo means 1000, mega 1000 into 1000, giga one more 1000 you have to multiply. So 100 megahertz means 100 into 10 raised to cycles are generating in 1 second. This concept is clear or not? अगर मार्केट में आप 2 गीगाहर्ट्ज का खरीदते हैं प्रोसेसर तो इसका मतलब 2 into 1000 into 1000 into 1000 साइकिल्स. तो बताइए, देर आर 5 साइकिल्स फॉर वन इंस्ट्रक्शन. सो विथ 100 into 10 raised to 6 cycles, how many instructions will be executed? That will be divided by 5. And that will come, if you drop this 10 raised to 6, that will come 20 MIPS. Have you heard the name of MIPS? Millions of instructions per second. This one is correct or not?
Yes, sir.
This is correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we have converted clock cycle into millions of instructions per second. MIPS is also called throughput, unit of throughput. Unit of throughput is MIPS. In computer network, we will consider throughput as number of packets received per second in output. Suppose 1000 packets are sent from input and in output 800 packets are coming, then throughput is 80%. So here in computer architecture, unit of throughput is millions of instructions per second. How much instructions are ultimately getting executed? Clear? So this is very important parameter. This is for without pipeline. But with pipeline, I will tell you afterwards that in scalar processor, it is possible to achieve 100 MIPS. Same processor with same clock speed will give you 100 MIPS instead of 20. Why? Because in pipeline, scalar pipeline, in one clock cycle, one instruction will be executed. Here what was happening? In 5 cycles, one instruction was getting executed. In pipeline, I will show you, in one cycle, one instruction will get executed. तो फिर ये कितना हो जाएगा? This will become 100 MIPS. And even in super scalar processor, I will show you super scalar processor, you will be able to achieve maybe 300 MIPS if 3 instructions are coming in parallel. I will show that. That is, it is possible to execute more than one instruction in one clock cycle also. That I will show here with diagram. Okay. So that means with the help of pipelining, ultimately throughput MIPS is increasing many times. Clear? Anyway, so let us see the types of pipelines one by one. Without pipeline, we consider without pipeline. Suppose you have to execute 3 instructions. So what will be the steps I have told? Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. This is for one instruction. First instruction. Then again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. This is second instruction. Then again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. This is third instruction. That means how many total number of cycles are there? Total number of cycles is equal to 15. Is equal to 15. Now let us see with the help of pipeline. So one by one we will see. Suppose scalar pipeline. In next board I will draw turning of this mobile phone. Disturb होती रहेगा. Scalar pipeline is like this. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then load, decode, fetch, execute and write. How many number of cycles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Number of clock cycles are taken. Earlier, without pipelining, it was taking 15 clock cycles. And now it is taking 7 clock cycles. There is a new term that is called speed up. How many times speed is increased? कितने गुना स्पीड बढ़ गई? तो कॉमन डेफिनेशन ऑफ स्पीड अप इज लाइक दिस. कॉमन डेफिनेशन: एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम बिफोर, माने बिफोर द इंप्रूवमेंट, एंड एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम आफ्टर. मीन्स आफ्टर द इंप्रूवमेंट. किसी भी प्रकार का इंप्रूवमेंट किया गया तो उसके पहले कितना टाइम लग रहा था, अब बाद में कितना लग रहा है. तो हियर विदाउट पाइपलाइन हाउ मच टाइम इट वाज टेकिंग? स्पीड अप it was taking 15 clock cycles. Now it is taking 7 clock cycles. So speed up is 15/7. Clear? But more thing we have to see. Here you can see that in next board I am coming. In 7 clock cycles, 3 instructions are getting executed. और उल्टा कहें तो 3 instructions are executing in 7 clock cycles. तो बचपन में जो हम लोग जबकि जमाना सीखते थे गणित पढ़ते हुए, जबकि इसलिए मालूम है. तो वही चीज़ देखें अगर कि जबकि जमाते हैं दोनों तरफ से, माने इन 7 लिख सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. जबकि माने इसको सीधे लिखते हैं. इन 7, नो उल्टा जमा लेते हैं, अभी ऐसा जमाते हैं. 3 instructions are getting executed in 7 clock cycles. ओके, यही था ना स्केलर प्रोसेसर. देन 1 instruction will execute in how many number of clock cycles? 7/3. This is called CPI, means clock cycles per instruction. This is a new term which is introduced over here. अब उल्टा जबकि जमाएंगे, रिवर्स. Then we can say that in 7 cycles, 3 instructions are getting executed. Therefore, in 1 clock cycle, how many number of instructions will execute? It is 3/7. So new term is introduced that is called IPC, means instructions per clock cycle. So in examination you may be asked, calculate CPI, IPC, etc. So supposing there to be 100 megahertz processor, 100 megahertz processor means in 1 second how many number of cycles? 100 into 10⁶ number of cycles. We are interested to find how many number of instructions are executing in one second. That is called MIPS. So in 1 second, how many number of cycles are generating? I told in 100 megahertz processor, 100 into 10 raised to 6 number of cycles. So how many number of instructions will be executed? Will be 100 into 10 into 3 by 7. How much it will come? Please calculate it. That much MIPS. Okay. So it will come out 42.855 MIPS. We are dropping this 10 raised to 6 in order to convert into millions. Clear? Any question, any doubt? So, a scalar processor will give you 42.855 MIPS. And speed up we had seen how much fast it is working. 15 by 7. Without pipeline, you are getting 20 MIPS. With pipeline, scalar pipeline, you are getting 42.855 IPS. This is the performance improvement. हुआ कि नहीं? अगर ये पाइपलाइन नहीं करते तो 20 MIPS मिल पाता सेम प्रोसेसर से. अब पाइपलाइन हो रहा है तो कितना मिल रहा है? 42.855. कितना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया. एंड एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दिस, there are various examples. I am giving only one for convenience. It is RISC processor, in which this scalar pipelining is employed. Clear? Now let us see next pipeline, that is super scalar pipeline. Here diagram will be like this. I am drawing the diagram first. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then again it is like this: load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then diagram will be like this: load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. And one more time: load, decode, fetch, execute and write. So how many number of cycles are taken? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here what is happening, that 3 instructions are entering parallelly. There is pipeline, but thing is that parallelly 3 instructions are coming. It may be 4, 5 also. Super scalar architecture. Therefore, total number of 9 instructions are executing in 7 clock cycles. For 9 instructions without pipelining, how many number of cycles will be needed? 9 into 5, 45. So how much is speed up now? 45 by 7. So many times speed is increased. Clear? इतने 9 इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट करने में 9 into 5 माने 45 साइकिल लगा होता अगर पाइपलाइनिंग नहीं की होते. Now with the help of super scalar pipeline, it is taking only 7 clock cycle. So speed up is 45 by 7. Let us calculate CPI, FPC and MIPS also. So now you can see that 9 instructions are getting executed. I am not writing everything. Are getting executed in 7 clock cycle. Therefore, one instruction will execute in how many number of cycles? 7 by 9. That is called CPI. उल्टा जबकि जमाएंगे तो in 7 cycles 9 instructions are getting executed. Therefore, in one cycle, how many number of instructions? 9 by 7. That is called IPC. Number of instructions per cycle. And therefore, for 100 megahertz processor, since it is generating 100 into 10 raised to 6 number of cycles in 1 second, 100 into 10 raised to 6 into 9 by 7, that will come out how much? 128.55 MIPS. Now with this same superscalar processor, with processor with superscalar pipeline facility, we are able to achieve 128.55 MIPS. और ऐसे कितना होता है? 20 केवल. बताइए how much speed is improved up with this small change in architecture. So speed up is this much and this is the output or throughput you can say. And practical example of this type of computer is RISC 6000 processor. There are many processors. This is a popular architecture. You might have heard the name of this earlier. नाम सुना हुआ है कि नहीं? स्केलर प्रोसेसर, सुपर स्केलर प्रोसेसर और नॉट? This is also called vector processor. This is also called vector processor. इसको वेक्टर प्रोसेसर भी कहा जाता है. Next is, let us take super pipeline. Super pipeline. Again, I am drawing the diagram of this. Load, decode, fetch, execute, and write. See, diagram is slightly ticklish and it will take time to practice for you. I am in practice, so I am drawing it like this. Load, decode, fetch, execute. Oh, थोड़ा सा गलत. load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Again, to take like this, load, decode, fetch, execute and write. How many type cycles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 number of clock cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called super pipeline. Practical example of this, one very beautiful thing which you might be observing, that from half of this second one is started. So practical example, suppose in railway station there is one platform number 1, and one train is standing. That train is now leaving the station platform, and that train has not completely gone and a new train has started coming in. वो ट्रेन अभी गई नहीं, पीछे का डिब्बा अभी गार्ड का डिब्बा गया कि इंजन एक नई ट्रेन का आने लग गया. माने सेम प्लेटफॉर्म और सेम स्टेज इज परफॉर्मिंग टू टास्क्स. When one task is finishing, then other task is starting. This type of practical example. So this is very high level of this parallelism. This comes under temporal parallelism, and earlier this was superscalar pipeline. This is called spatial. This is the example of spatial parallelism, and this one is the example of what is called, this implies temporal parallelism. Okay. So now again, how much speed up you are able to achieve up now? Speed up is, for 3 instructions without pipelining, it will take 15 clock cycles. For 3 instructions, now it is taking 6 clock cycles. So this is the speed up. So many times speed is improved. And वही जबकि जमाए पुराना वाला, तो 3 instructions are getting executed in 6 clock cycles. Therefore, one instruction will execute in how many number of cycles? 6 by 3, that is 2 CPI. उल्टा जबकि जमाएंगे, in 6 cycles 3 instructions are getting executed. Therefore, in one cycle 3 by 6, that is equal to 1 by 2 instructions, that is called IPC, instructions per cycle. And for 100 megahertz processor, again this will be 3 by 6 into 100 into 10 raised to 6. This will come out 50 MIPS. So this much is speed is or throughput is achieved now. Without pipeline it was 20 MIPS as I told earlier. Now with super pipeline you are able to achieve 50 MIPS. कहाँ 20, कहाँ 50. Processor is same. Only thing is it is employing this super pipeline feature facility. Practical example of this क्या था कल? Practical example of this is MIPS. Practical example is Cray1. Cray1. This is the practical example of this. Cray1, it is the same computer. Cray Corporation USA is a फेमस कंपनी जैसे इंटेल, IBM, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, क्रे कॉरपोरेशन इन द ईयर 1990s के आसपास की बात है, 88, 89, 90, इंडिया वाज ट्राइंग टू बाई वन सुपर कंप्यूटर क्रे XMP फ्रॉम अमेरिका एंड America was imposing certain conditions. America was trying to sell Cray YMP. हो सकता है थोड़ा सा मैं रिवर्स बोल रहा हूँ, माने जो खरीदना चाह रहा था वो दूसरा देना चाह रहा था. एंड अमेरिका वाज इम्पोजिंग वेरियस कंडीशंस, दिस एंड दैट, यू विल डू दिस, यू विल नॉट डू दैट, लाइक दैट. तो देन प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया राजीव गांधी जी called CDAC chairman, why not we can make a supercomputer of our own. तो फिर they decided to make their own supercomputer and big scientists of Indian origin from all over the world were invited. One such scientist was Professor P.K. Sinha, who was director of IIIT New Raipur. Now he is settled in Pune. तो ही वॉज इन जापान एट दैट टाइम. तो पूरे वर्ल्ड से बड़े बड़े साइंटिस्ट जो इंडियन थे उनको बुलाया गया और सुपर कंप्यूटर परम नाम का बनाया गया, जिसका नाम आप लोग सुने, परम सुपर कंप्यूटर. आई हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वर्क ऑन दैट परम सुपर कंप्यूटर. आई हैव वर्कड ऑन दैट इन NIT इलाहाबाद. थैंक यू. तो ये परम की सीरीज आज भी कंटिन्यूड है, परम युवा, परम के वेरियस मॉडल्स एंड वेरियस IITs एट्सेट्रा, BHU, दे ऑफर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑनलाइन परमिशन. इवन यू कैन आल्सो टेक एडवांटेज टू वर्क ऑन दीज सुपर कंप्यूटर्स with permission. You will have to take some recommendation letter from department, university, etc. They will check the authenticity, you are a proper correct person, then they will give you the permission. तो आप अगर साइट देखेंगे IIT कानपुर, IIT खड़गपुर, IIT बॉम्बे, तो you can see HPC. This is also called high performance computing. HPC lab, computer architect, parallel computing, advanced computer architecture, high performance computing, all are same. So under the name of HPC nowadays it is called high performance computing. You can see. So anyway, so Cray 1, this was the supercomputer. And then after that, super pipeline, let us see one more, that is called super scalar super pipeline, which is like this: load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write, and then again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Now from here, load, decode, fetch, execute, write. Again, load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute, right. So how many number of clock cycles now it is taking? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 clock cycles. So super scalar and super pipeline combined together. That means spatial and temporal parallelism both together. Clear? So how much now is speed up? For 9 instructions, how many cycles would have been required without pipeline? 9 into 5, 45. At this time it is taking only 6. Speed up is 45 by 6. This is fastest type of pipeline. Super scalar and super pipeline both together in one process. ओके एंड फिर से वही जबकि जमाएं अगर तो 9 इंस्ट्रक्शंस are getting executed in 6 cycles. Therefore, one instruction will execute in 6 by 9. That is called CPI. And उल्टा जबकि जमाए तो 6 in 6 cycles 9 instructions are getting executed. Therefore, in one cycle 9 by 6, that is called IPC, and therefore for 100 megahertz processor cycles it will be 100 into 10 raised to 6 into 9 by 6, that will come out 150. Exact 150. Okay, 150 MIPS. Practical example of this I have told. क्या है practical example MIPS? हाँ ठीक है, MIPS are 6,000, no 4,000. This is one computer under this category. There are many, but I am giving example of one only. So this is the fastest type of super, that means computer or pipelining, super scalar, super pipeline. Now one more category is, that is under pipeline. Under pipeline. Let us see this. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then you leave 2 cycles. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then again leave 2 cycles. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. How many number of clock cycles are taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is under pipeline. In case of very heavy dependency, otherwise we had studied super pipeline. This is opposite, under pipeline. In case of very heavy dependency conditions, this under pipeline is to be employed. Dependency means interdependency. For example, one example I am giving, suppose A is equal to 2 and B is equal to A by 2. These are the two lines in one computer program. Then what is the meaning? This statement is dependent on first. ये मतलब हुआ ना? तो this is called dependency when one statement is dependent upon the output of other. So in such conditions, sometimes under pipelining is to be employed. This was very simple example, but what will happen? There are very big type of equations, etc. And one statement is depending upon other. So under such circumstances, this under pipelining is employed. Again, one practical example. जैसे कि प्लेटफॉर्म पर ट्रेन I have taken this example. One train is standing on this platform. Now suppose this train goes to the next station. Then a new train starts coming. अब बोले नहीं भाई सेफ साइड टक्कर वक्कर हो जाएगी, उसको 2 स्टेशन आगे भेज दो, तब नई स्टेशन भेजेंगे, नई ट्रेन भेजेंगे, सेफ साइड. समझ में आ रहा है? तो फॉर सेफ साइड वी आर गिविंग सम, दिस इज कॉल्ड इंटेंशनल टाइम डिले. इंटेंशनल टाइम डिले मीन्स जानबूझकर दिया हुआ डिले, जानबूझकर दिया हुआ डिले. इंटेंशनली सम डिले इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, latency or delay is introduced to avoid this type of condition. अब intentional time delay देने से क्या होगा? अब क्या होगा? Suppose this statement is not finished and this statement is starting. So you can see my YouTube lecture of pipeline hazard. In that I have discussed this type of situation in very detail. Pipeline hazards, which is in YouTube. So anyway, under pipeline, so still there is speed up, but slightly less. How much it is? Without pipeline, 9 instructions, 3 instructions will take how much? 15 clock cycle. Now it is taking 9. So speed up is 15 by 9. Again the same thing, जबकि वाला suppose 3 instructions are taking here 9 cycles. So one instruction will take how much cycles? 9 by 3. That is 3 CPI. उल्टा जबकि जमाएंगे, in 9 cycles 3 instructions are getting executed. Therefore in one cycle how many instructions? 3 by 9. That is 1 by 3 IPC. Therefore for 100 megahertz processor, 100 into 10 is to 6 into 3 by 9, that will come out 33.33 MIPS. Okay. Still speed up is achieved. Without pipelining, it was giving 20 MIPS. Under pipelining is giving you 33.33 MIPS under very heavy dependency conditions. Example was, I have 6 example, practical example is CISC processor. Many times you will come across in the books, literature, that what is the basic difference between RISC and CISC. In RISC, pipelining can be done, in CISC, pipelining cannot be done. Why? Because in CISC there are complex instructions, and complex instructions means there are heavy dependencies, and therefore in CISC it cannot be performed, but still with the help of this under pipeline it is possible to achieve up this pipeline, that means imply this under pipeline in CISC processor also to some extent. So in CISC processor under pipelining can be employed. And then after that last one is super scalar under pipeline. This architecture is like this: load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Again you make same thing: load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Then load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Again load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. Load, decode, fetch, execute and write. So again, how many number of cycles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how much speed up is achieved? In this you can see 9 instructions are getting executed in 9 cycles. 9 instructions without pipeline it would have taken 9 into 5, 45. Now it is taking 9. So how much is the speed up? 5. 5 times it is increasing the speed, and that too in dependency condition. You note heavy dependency condition, because this is under pipeline and it is super scalar also. Under pipeline, that means speed is getting reduced, but still because of super scalar property it is again speeding up. So this is how it is giving now 5 times more speed. जबकि जब आएंगे then 9 instructions are getting executed in 9 clock cycles. Therefore, one instruction will execute in 9 by 9. That is one cycle, and this is same as CPI. उल्टा जबकि जमाएंगे then 9 cycles. In 9 cycles, 9 instructions are getting executed. Therefore, in one cycle, 9 by 9, that is equal to 1 IPC instruction per cycle. Clear? And therefore, for 100 megahertz processor cycles, how much? 9 by 9 into 100 into 10 raised to 6, that is 100 MIPS is still it is achieved. Without pipelining, it would have been 20 MIPS. Now it is 100 MIPS. Still, there is significant improvement. And that too is under very heavy dependency conditions. So, practical example does not exist because this pipeline was proposed, rather invented, under my PhD supervision in 2018. Renuka Patel was the candidate who is passed out of this department only in 2011. So, inventor of this is, you can say like this. This is now established theory. क्योंकि PhD में whatever is done in PhD, that becomes a established theory which can be taught and which can be cited, which can be quoted, which can be taken as theory. ठीक है? तो see, Renuka Patel is in Hyderabad nowadays, 2011 alumni. So this is all about this pipeline. If you have any question, you can ask. Still, if you have any question, you can freely ask.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, yes, please, please.
Sir, if we are calculating speed up,
Yes, yes.
why we are always taking the without pipeline as the previous? Because if we are seeing the superscalar, we can just simply relate it to the scalar one.
Yes, yes,
Why
right,
we
right,
are
right.
always doing it without pipeline?
Right, right, right. Please sit down. Very good question. See, I have given you the formula of speed up in very starting somewhere. Speed up means execution time before improvement and after improvement. Before improvement means when there was no pipeline. And after improvement means when there was pipeline, it does not matter which type of pipeline. Therefore, we will always compare it with without pipeline and with pipeline, चाहे वो स्केलर है, सुपर स्केलर है, जो भी है. अगर विदाउट पाइपलाइन में क्या होता है और विथ पाइपलाइन में क्या होता है. क्लियर? दैट इज वाई वी आर टेकिंग ऑलवेज in respect of without pipeline. Any more question? From where?
When was pipeline introduced first?
Yes. So pipelining was introduced from. Please repeat your question.
Introduced.
When introduced, right. Pipelining was firstly introduced in what is called UNIVAC 1 in the year 1951. And if Intel series you see, that means Pentium, which we are making use of everywhere. Computers, laptop in which we are making use of, which type of microprocessor? It is of Pentium category. So Intel company introduced pipelining from 80386 microprocessor. In my lecture of microprocessor, you can see the history also of these microprocessors. Intel started with 4004, 8008, then 8085, 8088, 80286, 80386, 80486, 80586. So from 80386, this concept of pipelining was introduced in Intel microprocessors. Still, Intel company does not disclose everything because this is a company. In risk risk, I will tell you what happens in research and in market. उसमें मैं आपको कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी बताऊंगा रिस्क और सिस्क के लेक्चर में. एनीवे, तो दिस वाज द कॉन्सेप्ट. और एनी क्वेश्चन regarding this pipeline? Understood? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.